Yo, what's up everybody? It's Drewberry and we have a very important video to cover here today because we're going to be talking about the monetization of Marvel Rivals. Now, I think, a lot of people, myself included, had the biggest question surrounding this game. How much is it going to cost? And I still get asked that question all the time. Can I download it for free? How much is it going to cost when a new hero comes out? And they released this statement that you're seeing right above me. And it is the best piece of news that we have ever received as Rivals fans or even just gamers, man. Come on. You can download the game for free. You can play every single hero for free. And on top of that, whenever they release a new hero, you're not behind some paywall to try out that new shiny toy. You don't have to wait an extremely long amount of time. You get access to that hero immediately. It's beautiful. Okay, so all heroes unlocked and free to play at launch and beyond. Danny Koo, one of the developers, also further confirmed this information that when a hero drops, you get it. And I'm going to show a little bit of extra proof because I have a private server build here that I can jump into, and we're going to look at the heroes, the roster, some things that they actually removed even as early as just this past beta, which was a few weeks ago, and some things that I think they might add because they have to monetize this game, everybody. They got to make some money. There's incredible devs, artists that are putting in work on this game, and I think they're making all the right decisions right now. I'm really excited, but I wanted to talk to you guys and get some feedback on how do you think they should monetize the game moving forward. We've already confirmed that heroes are going to be free, but they got to find some other ways. So how are they going to handle that, and what price ranges would it be acceptable to you? So let's get into the game, and I want to show you guys a couple of things in the store. And here is the hero tab in game where you can see all of the characters that you have access to. And you can even do some crazy stuff. Like you can look into the achievements, the lore, the cosmetics that you've unlocked. It's really nice. But what's even nicer is that you have all of these heroes for free. Now, in the past couple of tests, there used to be a filter right here, and I'll show you guys on the screen, and it was labeled unowned. You could check it and it would filter to the characters that you do not own. Now, this had folks concerned because if you can't own a character, then it probably means that you didn't pay for that character, that you need to buy that character to then own it. And they removed the button entirely. It is no longer a filter in the game. Why? Because they made every single hero free. This is such a W. Okay, this is a W for so many reasons. Okay, this game heavily is decided by the team ups that are on your team composition, by the flexibility in switching to heroes to counter enemy heroes, team up with your allies, and all that good stuff. If you were queued up with Buddy, who's just started the game, doesn't have anything unlocked because he hasn't put in a lot of hours and he hasn't put in any money, he only has access to like 5 heroes, and they don't team up with the hero that you need to play or you're playing to counter the enemy, then you're at a huge disadvantage just because of the paywall that would have existed in this game, but does not because the heroes are free. It's so awesome. Now, how did we get here? How did we get to the point where that button was removed? Well, okay, so check this out. I'll have it on the screen. I forget the exact wording, but there was a survey during the beta that went out, and it had, your typical questions like, how are you enjoying the game? What do you think about this character? What do you think about this map? How's the balance? But then it also had a question that really drew in everybody's eyes. And that was, how do you want to acquire heroes in Marvel Rivals? Something of that nature, okay? And the first response that was available was everything for free, no grinding, no paying. and then every response after that was just staggering amounts of paying for heroes or grinding for heroes, which is so silly to me because I'm pretty sure 95% of people at least said, yeah, I'll take it for free. I don't want to pay anything. And, they, between that feedback, I think they already knew the answer. They went ahead and they made the decision to announce publicly that every single hero will be free. Now, there is a lot to break down there. One, they're willing to say it publicly, thus locking themselves into that decision. Two, they took the feedback of the player base and actually acted on it. That is huge. There's communication W's here. There is just like making the right choice. Willing to make your game free is not an easy decision to make in the gaming industry when people are so quick to bounce to something else and then pay money to that game and give up on yours, which was free and didn't cost them anything. When you kind of make people pay, you at least get a little bit of return on them logging in and using your assets, playing your game with those characters. But they're bold enough, they're brave enough, they got it figured out where they're not going to monetize that section of the game. They're going to find other avenues to monetize. So I'm just thrilled that they went ahead and made that decision. Now, how are they going to monetize the game? So let's head over to the store. So currently, as of right now, there are 2 tiers of costumes. That's what they're calling in this game, is the cosmetic skin. So with these costumes, you have these ones that really change the look of the character. As you can see with Doctor Strange here, the God of Magic looks amazing, and it is 2,000 units. On the other hand, you could have one like this Storm, where it's just a reskin, a recolor of the default, but still looks pretty good in my opinion. I think it's still fun to have those recolors, and it's just an easy way for them to output costumes in this game. That one costs you 1,200 units. So what are units? Well, as of right now, okay, there is only one there's only one currency in the game, and that is so incredibly relieving. I am so sick and tired of every single game having like 10 currencies that I gotta find and figure out and acquire, and then I don't even know what I should be using it for, min-maxing, whatever. No, there's only one right now. Now that could change. It probably will change. But right now, it's units. A unit is the universal currency across the cosmos, acquired through daily missions, repeatables, challenges, Galactus quests, we'll get to that in a moment, and achievements. Now, in my experience in 3 tests thus far with this game, you acquire units at a very fast rate, but not so fast that you're unlocking every single skin too quickly, but that, after a solid day of grinding, you're going to get one of these 1,200 ones. Maybe in 2 days of saving up, you're going to get one of these 2,000 unit skins, which is incredibly fast, especially when I see this being their number one way of monetizing the game. So what I think is going to happen is, unfortunately, either the pay structure, the cost of these 2 tiers of costumes is going to change to a point of being a little bit more expensive, a bigger gap between the two, or they're just going to straight up release costumes that cost money and just go right around the units. Another way they could do it as well is that you go in here, they have items. This is just a rename thing that you can use units on to change your name. But I imagine they're going to put sections here where you can pay real money to acquire units. And I don't know what price range that is going to be. And you know what? I'm actually here to tell you, I don't care. I don't care, dude. If they want to charge $100 for me to get this presidential Loki, go for it. I don't know if I'll do it or not, but you'll probably get the odd whale that's going to willing to do it. And then they get this very exclusive, premium looking cosmetic that they can show off. But it doesn't matter because I can play Loki. He can play Loki. We're playing the same character, doing the same things. He just looks a little bit cooler than me. And I can live with that. That's fine. $100 is an insane price tag for a cosmetic, right? I'm recently from Marvel Snap. $100 doesn't even get you a single card. So I don't really care what they do here when it comes to the cosmetics, because at least if I can play the game, I can play the character, I'm fine with it. Go for it. Go to town. Now, my question to you is, what is a price range that you'd be willing to pay for these cosmetics in particular? These ones that actually change the model of the character, not just a default recolor, reskin. Is it $10? Is it $20? $50, $100. Obviously, we want to be paying the cheapest amount, but just keep in mind that you're getting the heroes for free. So, what do you think they're going to do? Let me know in the comments below, okay? So the last thing that I want to show you guys is the season pass. So I will show you what the old season pass looked like with Galactus Quest, and it was pretty straightforward. It's your typical season pass. I think they're going to monetize this, and this just makes sense. It's monetized in almost every live service game like these. But I have a few theories to back this one up, and we're actually going to jump over to MS Paint to check it out. Okay, so here's my theory for how they're going to handle season passes moving forward. So one thing that we've seen, and shout out to Hound Plus for letting me know about this trend in hero releases, and a lot of the community's been talking about it, is that they've been releasing them in batches of two heroes at a time, rivals of one another. So let's just look back to Venom and Adam Warlock, Dark and Light. You had Jeff and Thor, Water and Lightning. And then just recently, they had Captain America and Winter Soldier, which is kind of like a Hydra form of Winter Soldier. So you kind of have this good versus bad, or even if you want to just really dilute it down, you got blue versus red. Okay. So they have these rivals going head to head. I think this trend is going to continue. I think they're always going to do 2 hero releases at a given time, and it's going to coincide with a season pass. And I think one of the ways, and this is just pure speculation on my end, that they could do it is that you can choose your path in the season pass. So you could either be Team Captain America or you could be Team Winter Soldier, and you would choose one or the other, and it would have its individual line of cosmetics that are available that you can acquire. And at the end of the road, it would be one of those 2,000, or maybe not even, maybe one of the 1,200 unit costumes that you could acquire for that respective character, and that would be free. That line of the season pass would be free. And a way to monetize it is that if you paid up on the season pass, a premium pass, not only would you get additional rewards, we'd have to sprinkle in some exclusives, but you could also unlock both at the same time. You wouldn't be limited to just making the choice of one or the other. You could acquire both as you progress, as you unlock that experience, progressing your season pass. So just a theory. Just a theory of one of the unique spins they could do with season passes and this game, the way it's set up, being rivals and everything like that. I think it would be kind of neat. We have a lot of leaked characters that I'm not going to talk about right now, but that are kind of paired up. That could be releases coming soon. Who knows? We will see. And you're going to want to subscribe to the channel because the next video that I release is going to be talking about a potential open beta, when I think that will be, and how confident I actually am with an open beta coming out before the release. Okay, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. But going back to the cosmetics, let's jump back to the store. So that's how I think they're going to monetize this game, mostly through the costumes and then items and sprays, emotes, MVP screens, all that good stuff. They're going to monetize it all. I think they're going to do it fairly severely, but I think that's fine because we have access to all the heroes. Another few ways maybe is, a tournament. You might have to buy into a tournament to, sign up your faction. They could possibly look at doing something like that. Another thing is if they unlock a new mode of some sort, like they have this conquest thing, maybe if they do some ARAM mode, you could have to pay for that possibly. As long as they keep quick match and competitive for free, that's really what matters. But other than that, I'm not really entirely sure how they're going to monetize it. And that's why I wanted to raise the question to you guys. How much are you comfortable with those costumes costing? And then also, what are some other ways that you'd like to see this game monetized, or how you think they will go about monetizing the game? And when I learn more, I am definitely going to relay that to you all because that's very important to me. The cost to playing games can be kind of crazy nowadays. So it's nice to actually see one go the path of free to play, genuinely free to play. Anyways, that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.